We are back again into the fold. Good morning, Fiifi-Manfred, and my people. Good morning for me, Fiifi-Manfred, and my people here on YouTube. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I'm grateful to have you here. Exciting times here today. There's a lot to unpack for you. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to the channel just yet, kindly pause the video, go back, subscribe to the channel. If you've not turned on notification, pause the video again, turn on notification, and do choose all. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I am consistently, as always, grateful to have you here. Let me hear from you. Subscribe to the channel. Let me hear from you in the comment section. I am happy to bring you the best of sports updates and everything that's going on. All the analysis, everything controversial, everything new, the breaking stories. You get it here first. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. You turn on notification, and then we get straight into the conversation. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Exciting times. Yesterday, there were a whole lot of stuff, like in African Cup of Nations, where Algeria was stand, Cameroon was stand, but Senegal, the defending champions, showed everybody why they really are the Teranga Lions of Africa. The indomitable Lions failed to deliver, and then of course, the Algerians also failed to deliver, but the Lions of Teranga stood high, and then they showed exactly why they were there. Brilliant stuff from Aliou Cisse and his team. Aliou Cisse on the touchline was very enigmatic, very instructive, very charismatic. There was a time where he was even backing instructions at his captain Khalid Koulibaly, and he was really annoying at some things that Khalid Koulibaly didn't do or did do at that time. And here they got the job done by the Senegalese national team. 3-0. Of course, the Cameroonians also were in a draw. I'll tell you about that's going on. But there was also the FIFA Awards last night. FIFA Awards was in there. Erling Haaland lost out on the FIFA Awards. I will tell you why Lionel Messi won the FIFA Awards. Why after Erling Haaland's excellent performance within the time frame of FIFA's time frame, still it was Lionel Messi who won the FIFA Best Player of the Year 2023. And then again, we'll tell you about the FIFA Pro team, best goalkeeper, the team, Thibaut Courtois, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, of course, John Stones. Then the midfield three, also Bernardo Silva, Jude Bellingham in the middle of the pack. Then the four up top, Mbappe, Messi, Erling Haaland, and then, of course, in the middle of the pack over there. So there is exciting conversation in here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Chelsea have gone on to bid for a player from Sweden. He is a striker. I don't know if you know this, but Chelsea are on break. They are returning to training tomorrow. But before they return, they've gone on to bid 80 million euros for a striker from Sweden. He has scored a new Zlatan Ibrahimovic. What is all the news in there? And can Nkunku really make the game over the weekend that Chelsea have to play in the cup games that they have to play? This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We'll discuss this and many more on the channel. If you've not subscribed to the channel, like I always say, pause, subscribe to the channel, and then turn on notifications. When you turn on notifications, make sure that you are first to get everything. Let me hear from you. It's a wonderful football community we are building here. We want to hear from you. We want to know your thoughts. If there is anything you disagree, put it out there. Let's talk about it. And then, of course, we will be happy to hear from you. But yeah, as we go on, make sure you are here on Fiifi-Manfred. Let's get straight into the juice. So, first of all, there is breaking news that Jose Mourinho has been sacked, or they've parted ways with AS Roma. It is a news that I found a little bit shocking because just in the last few days, some of the Italian outlets, Sky Italia for one, I think there was a time also that there was Di Marzio that had said that Mourinho and then Roma were still at a good place after the Lazio defeat, where he lost to Mauricio Sarri. There was still reports that Mourinho and Roma were in a good place and that he wasn't going to leave, right? But this morning, we woke up and news had broke also from Italian outlets. Mind you, Fabrizio Romano is Italian. He had led a charge from Sky Italia, and they were telling everybody that Jose Mourinho has been sacked. I mean, I felt that Mourinho brought the Romanisti something that they've not seen in recent times. I mean, going to win the Conference League for the very first time, taking them on a wonderful drive, getting the people of Rome to love football again. I think the eternal city of the world of Rome loved football again with Jose Mourinho's arrival into the city. He brought them some love, brought them some excitement. I mean, the Stadio Olimpico was a place to go again. It was a fortress. The numbers were a little bit low in terms of average number of points with respect to Mourinho's teams that he has coached. The least is Roma. I don't know if this is the end of Jose Mourinho, or if anybody believes that this should be the end of Jose Mourinho. But really, Jose Mourinho has been sacked by AS Roma, and he's not going to be in the job again. And it's a big ask for Jose Mourinho right now, especially when the points per game since he has been at Roma has been 1.70. It's lower than what he had at Sporting, Chelsea, Manchester United, which are around the ranges of 2. Even for Tottenham Hotspur, that was more than 1.70. So exactly, Jose Mourinho is gone. Roma would have to move on from him. I'm hearing early names like Antonio Conte. I doubt Conte will go to Roma because, hey, Roma will not be willing to buy him the kind of players that he wants to work with. Conte is an ambitious manager, super ambitious, and I doubt that he's going to go to AS Roma. There is a Napoli job that may be lurking when maybe Walter Mazzarri leaves in the summer, or every other job that may be there in Italy, like the AC Milan job may also come because Stefano Pioli is under a lot of pressure and he may leave. So these are some of the things that are going on. Jose Mourinho is gone. He's out of job as a manager. And of course, I don't know if this should be the end for Jose Mourinho, or maybe he'll find another team. But yeah, Jose is gone. Yesterday, there was the FIFA Best Awards. I mean, a set of awards that, first of all, one of the things that you should understand is that the FIFA Awards is voted between 19 December and the 20th of August. The World Cup ended on the 18th of December. When Messi won the World Cup, it was on the 18th of December. So it means that everything that happened from the 18th of December back to the year prior was needless in this FIFA Awards. But yeah, in London yesterday, the awards and the winners were there. I think for me, for one of the person I was excited to see in the women's FIFA Pro 11 was Lauren James. Lauren James was exciting last year, very good player, burst onto the scene, part of the James family, showed everybody how good she can be as a player. Of course, the World Cup didn't go according to plan, got a red card at some point in time. The English lost in the last minute to the Spaniards. It's a big blow, but finding her in the FIFA Pro 11 for the women was a huge one for me. Now, in terms of the FIFA Pro 11, FIFA went with a formation that's a little bit weird. I've never seen it before. It is a 3-3-4 formation, 4 attackers up front, and then 3 midfielders, 3 centre backs as well. I never for a minute thought that FIFA would play a 3 at the back, but hey, it has gone on to show how much of a stability that formation gives every team across the world. And that's exactly what the FIFA Pro 11 was like yesterday. And if you look at the players that were there, of course, Thibaut Courtois was in there for Real Madrid, actually. He was in there. There was Kyle Walker, who was also in there in the FIFA Pro 11. Apart from Kylie Walker, you go on and you talk about centre backs like Ruben Diaz, and then of course John Stones that were also in the starting 11 for the FIFA Pro 11. There was Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and then of course Jude Bellingham. Excellent players, given what they had done after the 19th of December, even when the season properly began, going on to win the Champions League in the year 2023, and everything that they did in there. It was brilliant stuff from the Manchester City team, and the team is fully made up of Manchester City stars. Fully made up of Manchester City stars. There was Bernardo Silva, like I mentioned, and in attack, this is it. There was an attack of Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe playing through the middle, and then there is Messi and Vinicius Jr. flanking them. 3-3-4. I don't know if this has enough attacking balance to beat any team in the world, but this is the FIFA Pro 11 for the men. But hey, this is the part of the conversation that's a little bit controversial. Lionel Messi won the FIFA Best Player of the Year. Mind you, this is a voted award. It's a voted award. Captains, selected journalists, coaches from various national teams vote for excuse me, vote for the FIFA Best Player of the Year. They vote for the various awards in there. In my country, Ghana, of course, it was the selected journalist Gary Smith that led to go and vote. He voted along the lines, and you could tell that he knew exactly what he was doing. There was also Coach Chris Hughton, who also voted for Lionel Messi in there. I mean, it tells you that a lot of even the professionals in the football ecosystem who get opportunity to vote for stuff like this may or may not know the duration in which, and sometimes even the criteria in which they have to vote for these players. It's okay, it happens. And most of the people who FIFA allowed to vote based on their favorite, based on who they like. So unless the other person has done something tremendously overboard, they are definitely going to go in for the favorite. And that is why Lionel Messi won the FIFA Best Player of the Year, even though Erling Braut Haaland performed better than him in the said time that everything was going on. Because the World Cup ended in the 18th of December. So it means everything that Lionel Messi did in the World Cup didn't matter. It was in fact what he did after the World Cup in the US of A, in the MLS. That probably should be talking. But that also wasn't enough given what Erling Braut Haaland did. So in 44 games within that time, Messi played, Haaland played 55. Messi scored 28 goals in the MLS. Haaland scored 47 goals. Messi assisted 12. Haaland assisted 11. Minutes per goal or assist ratio, 92 minutes. Every 92 minutes, Messi was either assisting or scoring. And then, of course, every 78 minutes, Haaland was either assisting or scoring. 4 trophies for Haaland within that time. And then Lionel Messi, probably apart from the World Cup, there has been nothing really to show for in there. Haaland has been brilliant for Manchester City, smashing records in the English Premier League, winning the Golden Boot in his first season. He has been brilliant. He has been menacing. He has been the machine for him. I just think that, like I said, the people that voted for the FIFA Best Player of the Year voted based on preference and who they like, not necessarily who had performed better within the FIFA calendar in which you are supposed to vote in. But hey, you can't take anything from Erling Haaland. I know the Ronaldo fans will not be excited. Messi has gotten the nod this time, sadly. But of course, it is because most of the people in there who are given the chance to vote in the ecosystem either do not know the criteria or just vote for their favorite players or player in that regard. So that's it by way of the FIFA conversation, and then we'll go straight into Chelsea Football Club. There's a lot of updates. I told you about a striker that Chelsea have gone to Portugal and then have gone to ask about. Yes, Chelsea have gone to Portugal. So let me give you something by way of a context. So Totboli Baghdad and Bali are trying to buy a minority stake in a Portuguese club. There are lots of reports from Portugal, from Plenty Goal, and then a lot of the other outlets in Portugal that say that it is going to be Sporting. And Chelsea wants a player from Sporting. They also want one player from Benfica, like they did with Enzo Fernandez. But Chelsea's priority is to get the striking department right. I think if you listen to Wayne Stanley, you listen to Shields, and almost everybody with the Chelsea team, it is a priority for them to get it right, because they know how much the team has suffered with respect to strikers in recent times. The past sporting directors have failed at getting the right striker to fit. Replacing Didier Drogba, replacing Diego Costa has been a little bit difficult. And then the team wants to make sure that they get it right. And in getting it right, I think the patience is needed. And that's why I have been very confident that in January, there is no way Chelsea are going to sign a striker. They are not going to do the Osimhen deal in January. Osimhen, most likely, if you come, or any striker, will do it in the summer. They are not going to do Ivan Toney in January. They are going to look at options. And yesterday, when I saw reports that Chelsea may most likely consider a stopgap striker in the short term, maybe in Bobby Firmino or Karim Mustafa Benzema, it made a little sense, right? But this morning, Plenty Goal is reporting that Chelsea are on the verge of agreeing 80 million euros for Victor Gyökeres. He's a Swedish player called the new Zlatan Ibrahimovic, menacing, big, bulky, aggressive, and proper striker, proper gunman up front for Sporting CP in there. And there are reports that Chelsea are looking at him. This can also be that agents are just throwing information to the media men to put it out there. I've told you, look at the diction of journalists when they write about transfer stories, because it can be telling on what really the story is. So that is by way of reports. But then mind you, Christopher Nkunku is returning to full training. Chelsea are on a break, 3 days. Mauricio Pochettino has said that he wanted his team to rest because there are a couple of games they will play. Middlesbrough, they will play. It's a Fulham. They will play one other team in the FA Cup. Then they'll go on and play Liverpool. And then the games go on and on and on and on and on. There are lots of games coming on the horizon for Chelsea, and they are tough games. Mauricio Pochettino said that he agrees that these 3 days is enough for the team to blow up some steam, get time with their family, and then they can come and have a long, hard, strong training session and then go and get a job done. Chelsea are returning to training tomorrow. Reports have it that Christopher Nkunku is okay, and he's looking at returning to training tomorrow. That's going to be a big boost for Chelsea. Nkunku behind Armando Broja may do a lot of good for the team. So yeah, that's it by way of everything that's going on in the world of sports in the last few hours. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you do not subscribe and you have this video and you've been able to come this far, you need to subscribe and turn on notification. I will see you. But before then, bye bye.